Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on December 24th, 2022 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Pangul Langayate Shri Guru Dinatarinam Shri Chaitanya Hari Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna dear devotees, today we will continue with the compilation of the Sri Krishna Chaitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled Raghunath Das Stops Standing at the Simhadwara gate to back arms. Under the section, the meeting of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Raghunath Das Goswami. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.269.
প্রতি মাসে প্রভুকে রঘুনাথের দুইবার নিমন্ত্রণ, তবে রঘুনাথ করি অনেক যতন, মাসে 2 দিন কইলা প্রভুর নিমন্ত্রণ।
At that time, Raghunath Das began inviting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his house with great attention for 2 days every month.
Having got money from his father, he was providing prasad to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Having gotten money from his father, he was providing prasad to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.270.
তজ্জন্যই রঘুনাথের গোবর্ধন প্রেরিত অর্থ গ্রহণ। 2 নিমন্ত্রণে লাগে কৌড়ি অষ্টপন, ব্রাহ্মণ ভৃত্য ঠাঁই করেন এচেক গ্রহণ।
The cost for these 2 occasions was 640 kauris. Therefore, he would take that much from the servant and the brahmana.
About 80 kodis, like small conch shells, equal 1 paisa.
About 80 kauris, small conch shells, equals 1 paisa.
You can calculate what 640 kodis were.
So you can calculate what 640 kauris were. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.271.
বর্ষাদয়ান্তে প্রভু নিমন্ত্রণ কার্য পরিত্যাগ, এই মত নিমন্ত্রণ বর্ষ 2 কইলা, পাছে রঘুনাথ নিমন্ত্রণ ছাড়ি দিলা।
Raghunath Das continued to invite Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this way for 2 years, but at the end of the 2nd year, he stopped.
Raghunath Das, he stopped taking money from his father, which is in the hands of the Brahman and the servant.
So Raghunath Das stopped taking money from his father, which is in the hands of the Brahmana and the servant. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.272.
প্রভু স্বরূপকে রঘুনাথের স্বনিমন্ত্রণ ত্যাগের কারণ জিজ্ঞাসা। মাস 2 যাবে রঘুনাথ না করে নিমন্ত্রণ, স্বরূপে পুছিলা তবে সচিরনন্দন।
When Raghunath Das neglected to invite Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for 2 consecutive months, the Lord, the son of Sachi, questioned Swarup Damodar.
Lord Chaitanya, he wanted to know why Das had stopped inviting him.
So Lord Chaitanya, he wanted to know why Raghunath Das had stopped inviting him. So he asked Swarup Damodar, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antyalila 6.273.
রঘু কেনে আমায় নিমন্ত্রণ ছাড়ি দিল স্বরূপ কহে মনে কিছু বিচার করিল
The Lord asked, why Raghunath Das stopped inviting me? Swarup Damodar replied, he must have considered something in his mind. That's not the purport, it's the translation. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 6.274.
স্বরূপ কর্তৃক প্রভুকে রঘুনাথের চিত্তভাব জ্ঞাপন পূর্বক প্রাকৃত বিষয়ীকে শিক্ষাদান ভক্তা অভিমানী বিষয়ের ভোগ্য জড়দ্রব্য কখনই চিন্ময় বিষ্ণু ভোগ্য নহে বিষয়ের দ্রব্য লইয়া করি নিমন্ত্রণ প্রসন্ন না হয় ইহায় জানি প্রভুর মন
I invite Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by accepting goods from materialistic people. I know that the Lord's mind is not satisfied by this.
Das wanted to satisfy Lord Chaitanya.
So Raghunath Das wanted to satisfy Lord Chaitanya.
He thought of like, the Lord's order certain money others.
So he thought that by being in the renounced order and by accepting money from others,
Not proper.
it's not proper.
So he stopped inviting Lord Chaitanya.
So he stopped inviting Lord Chaitanya. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 6.275.
অহংকার বিমূঢ় ব্যক্তির ভোগ্য জড়বস্তু দ্বারা চিন্ময়ী বিষ্ণু সেবার পরিমাণ চেষ্টা অনর্থবর্ধিনী ও চিৎ জড় সমন্বয় মূলা জড় প্রতিষ্ঠা মাত্র মোর চিত্ত দ্রব্য লইতে না হয় নির্মল এই নিমন্ত্রণে দেখি প্রতিষ্ঠা মাত্র ফল
My consciousness is impure because I accept all these goods from people who are interested only in pounds, shillings, and pence. Therefore, by this kind of invitation, I get only some material reputation. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur remarks that people who are under the bodily conception of life are called materialists. If we accept the offerings of such people, place them before the Lord, and invite Vaishnavas to partake of the prasadam, that attempt will gain us only a material reputation, not actual benefit of service to a pure Vaishnava. One should therefore try to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead by fully surrendering at His lotus feet. If one engages for the service of the Lord, whatever money one has honestly earned, that is spiritual service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the spiritual master, and the Vaishnavas.
Das had not feeling comfortable
So Raghunath Das was not feeling comfortable
to accept money from his father
to accept money from his father
to Lord Chaitanya.
to feed Lord Chaitanya.
He was getting some material good reputation.
So he was getting some material good reputation.
But he wasn't afraid, he wasn't pleasing the Lord Chaitanya.
but he was in faith that it was not pleasing Lord Chaitanya. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.276
বালিশের নিত্য মঙ্গলার্থ ঈশ্বরে অমন্দ দয় দয়া উপরধে প্রভু মোর মানেন নিমন্ত্রণ না মানিলে দুঃখ হইবেক মূর্খজন
At my request, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accept this invitation because he knows that a foolish person like me would be unhappy if he did not accept them. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that people who are advanced in learning but attached to material enjoyment, who are puffed up by material possessions, by birth in an elevated aristocratic family or by education, may offer show bottle devotional service to the deity and also offer prasadam to Vaishnavas. Because of their ignorance, however, they cannot understand that since their minds are materially polluted, neither the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, nor the Vaishnavas accept their offerings. If one accepts money from such materialistic persons to offer food to the deities and Vaishnava, a pure Vaishnava does not accept it. This causes unhappiness for the materialists because they are fully absorbed in the bodily conception of life. Therefore, they sometimes turn against the Vaishnavas.
There's a subtle
There's a subtle
difference
difference
between accepting the donations of materialistic people
between accepting the donations of materialistic people
and using dovetailing materialists lasting in Krishna service.
and dovetailing the materialist Lakshmi in Krishna's service.
Somehow, people are benefited if you
Somehow, people are benefited if you
use the donation in Krishna service.
use their donations in Krishna's service.
One should depend on Krishna and on the materialists.
So one should be dependent on Krishna, not on the materialists. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.277
মহাপ্রভুর সন্তোষ এত বিচারিয়া নিমন্ত্রণ ছাড়ি দিল শুনি মহাপ্রভু হাসি বলিতে লাগিল
Considering all these points, Sarup Damodar concluded, he has stopped inviting you. Hearing this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu smiled and spoke as follows. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.278
প্রভু কর্তৃক সাধক ও আচার্যগণের সঙ্গ বা ব্যবহার বিধি বা কর্তব্য উপদেশ বিষয়ীর অন্ন খাইলে মলিন হয় মন মলিন মন হইলে নহে কৃষ্ণের স্মরণ
When one eats food offered by a materialistic man, one's mind becomes contaminated. And when the mind is contaminated, one is unable to think of Krishna properly. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur suggests that people who are materialistically inclined and sahajiyas or so-called Vaishnavas who take everything very casually are both Vishayis or materialists. Eating food offered by them causes contamination, and as a result of such contamination, even a serious devotee becomes like a materialistic man. There are 6 kinds of association: giving in charity, accepting charity, accepting food, offering food, talking confidentially, and inquiring confidentially. One should be very careful, avoid associating with both Sahajiyas, who are sometimes known as Vaishnavas, and the non-Vaishnavas or Avaishnavas. Their association changes the transcendental devotional service of the Lord Krishna into sense gratification. And when sense gratification enters the mind of a devotee, he is contaminated. The materialistic person who aspires after sense gratification cannot properly think of Krishna.
As I said, this association with materialistic people
As I said, this association with materialistic people
is very subtle.
is very subtle.
One has to be careful
That one has to be careful
not to visit other materialistic people,
that that one is not dependent on materialistic people.
not to take some donations,
That they take some donations,
but they offer to Krishna
but they offer it to Krishna
in a very indirect way.
In a very indirect way. So Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.279.
গৃহব্রত বা গ্রাম্য ব্যবহার বিধি বিষয়ী তাহার সঙ্গই রাজস বিষয়ীর অন্ন হয় রাজস নিয়ন্ত্রণ দাতা ভোক্তা দুহার মলিন হয় মন.
When one accepts an invitation from a person contaminated by material mode of passion, the person who offers the food and the person who accepts it are both mentally contaminated. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that there are three varieties of invitation: those in the mode of goodness, those in passion, and those in ignorance. An invitation accepted from a pure devotee is in the mode of goodness. An invitation accepted from a person who is pious but materially attached is in the mode of passion. And an invitation accepted from a person who is materially very sinful is in the mode of ignorance.
So Baba is showing that
So Srila Prabhupada was showing that
people are non-vegetarian.
Srila Prabhupada is saying that people who are non-vegetarians,
You should be very careful not to take their offerings.
should be very careful not to take their offerings
And contaminated.
because they are contaminated. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.280.
ঈশ্বরের অমন্দ দয়ার ফলে সদ্বুদ্ধির উদয়ে সাধকের কর্মমিশ্রা ভক্তিত্যাগ ও শুদ্ধ সেবা প্রবৃত্তি. ইহার সংকোচে আমি এতদিন লীল ভালো হইলা জানিয়া আপনি ছাড়িল.
Because of Raghunath Das's eagerness, I accepted his invitation for many days. It is very good that Raghunath Das, knowing this, he now automatically given up this practice.
Lord Chaitanya, he was pleased with Raghunath Das.
So Lord Chaitanya, he was pleased with Raghunath Das.
His decided not to give him the materialistic offerings.
So now he has decided not to give him these materialistic offerings. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.281.
রঘুনাথের সিংহদ্বার ত্যাগ ও ছত্রে অন্ন গ্রহণ। কতদিনে রঘুনাথ সিংহদ্বার ছাড়িলা, ছত্রে যাই মাগিয়া খাইতে আরম্ভ করিলা।
After some days, Raghunath Das gave up standing near the Simhadwar gate and instead began eating by begging alms from a booth for free distribution of food.
Raghunath Das accepted the offerings both
So Raghunath Das, he accepted offering from a booth
for the free distribution of prasad.
from the free distribution of prasadam
Sometimes
for some time. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.282.
প্রভু কর্তৃক স্বরূপকে রঘুনাথের সিংহদ্বার ত্যাগের কারণ জিজ্ঞাসা। গোবিন্দ পা শুনি প্রভু পুছেন স্বরূপেরে, রঘু ভিক্ষা লাগি ঠাড় কেনে নহে সিংহদ্বারে।
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this news from Govinda, he inquired from Swarup Damodar, why does Raghunath Das no longer stand at the Simhadwar gate to beg alms?
Lord Chaitanya is always keeping track of his devotees.
Lord Chaitanya is always keeping track of his devotees.
With that, we want to see why Raghunath Das was doing what he was doing.
So, like this, he wanted to see what Raghunath Das was always doing. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.283.
স্বরূপ কর্তৃক রঘুনাথের তক্তগৃহে বিরক্তগণের আচারাদর্শে মাধুকরী ভিক্ষা শিকার বর্ণন। স্বরূপ কহে সিংহদ্বারে দুঃখ অনুভবিয়া, ছত্রে মাগি খায় ধান্য কালে গিয়া।
Swarup Damodar replied, Raghunath Das felt unhappy standing at the Simhadwar. Therefore, he is now going at the midday to beg alms from the charity booth. Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.284.
পরের ইচ্ছামতো তাহার নিকট অন্ন লাভ প্রতীক্ষা নিরপেক্ষ বৈরাগী ধর্মের প্রতিকূল। প্রভু কহে ভালো কইল, ছাড়িল সিংহদ্বার, সিংহদ্বারে ভিক্ষা বৃত্তি বেশ্যার আচার।
Hearing this news, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, he has done very well by no longer standing at the Simhadwar gate. Such begging of alms resembles the behavior of a prostitute.
When we came to India
When we came to India
from the West,
from the West,
we didn't necessarily want to do Harinam Sankirtan.
so not naturally we wanted to do Harinam Sankirtan.
The Prahlad said that people are doing this big.
But Prabhupada said people are doing this in begging.
They should not beg.
So we should not beg.
If you out works or sadhana or something,
So we should give out books or prasadam or something.
so that if you're giving something,
So that if you are giving something,
it's auspicious.
so it is an auspicious sign. Sri Chaitanya 6.285.
লোক দর্শন মাত্র ভিক্ষা প্রাপ্তির বা অপ্রাপ্তির আশা বা তৎসম্ভাবনা কল্পনা শ্রীকৃষ্ণ চৈতন্যদেব বাক্য।
Here is a person coming near, he'll give me something. This person gave me something last night. Now another person is coming near. he may give me something. The person who just passed, he did not give me anything, but another person will come and he will give me something. Thus, a person in the Renaud's order gives up his neutrality and depends on the charity of this person or that. Thinking in this way, he adopts the occupation of a prostitute.
A prostitute is thinking
A prostitute is thinking
which man would be her customer.
of which man would be her customer.
This way, she's analyzing all the people that come.
So in this way, she's analyzing all the people that will come.
Lord Chaitanya is saying that for a beggar,
So Lord Chaitanya is saying that for a beggar,
this is like a prostitute.
this is like a prostitute. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Leela 6.286.
মাধুকরী ভিক্ষাই তক্তগৃহ বিরক্তের হরিভজনানুকূল ছত্রে যাই যথালাভ উদর ভরণ অন্য কথা নাই সুখে কৃষ্ণ সংকীর্তন
If one goes to the booth where free food is distributed and fills his belly with whatever he obtains, there is no chance of further unwanted talk. And one can very peacefully chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
This is the real purpose. To always stay busy chanting the holy names.
So this is the real purpose, is to always be staying chanting Hare Krishna. Thus ends the chapter entitled Raghunath Das stops standing at the Singhadwar gate to wag arms. Under the section, the meeting of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Raghunath Das Goswami.
Krishna Madhurastu.
Krishner Matirastu.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.